So today we'll be learning more about variables. As we know, tags, triggers, and variables. These three are one of the most important components of any tag manager or any tag management system. So what are variables? Well, we already know what tags and triggers are. We have seen what is a tag. It's just a piece of code. It's a snippet of code that allows you to enable a certain tool on your website. And what's a trigger? It just tells the tool when to fire that tag. So suppose I want to fire a tag which is Google Ads conversion tag. So my trigger will be, when do I need to fire that tag? I need to fire it when the user visits the thank you page, or when they have successfully completed a purchase and they are led to a thank you page, which means this is my tag, Google Ads conversion tag, and it's firing on the page view trigger. So tags are just snippets of code, and triggers are when you want those code to fire the tag. Now, what's a variable? A variable is simply, you can think of it as more information. I'll simplify this. Like, I have this tag, Google Ads conversion tag. I want to fire it on page view. All right, but I know that I want to fire it on a thank you page, but the computer is not a human. It does not know that you need to fire it on a thank you page. It will consider that you want to fire it on a page view, right? But it won't know which page view. So when you're telling the computer which page view, that piece of information is your variable. So for example, in this case, my variable will be page URL is purchase successful, because my thank you page, when I'm led to my thank you page, the URL is purchase successful. Like, purchase successful is there in the URL. So that's what a variable does. It provides more information. Similarly, we could have more information for tags as well. Like, if you want to fire the Google Ads conversion tag, you could give the order total as well. So along with the ads conversion, it now also gives you the total revenue. So t- variables are just simply more information. In a easier way, if you put it, tags is what you want it to do, what you want the tool to do. Triggers is when you want to do it, and your variable is how or which. It answers the question of that. So we'll look at an example to make it even easier. If you go to our Google Tag Manager, as you might previously as you might recall that previously we had made some tags and we had put some triggers on when to fire those tags. So let's say I take my uh, click event. Sorry, the click trigger. Like this trigger, if it fires on all clicks. So if I go on a page and I click any button, it will automatically fire this tag. Alright. But what if I didn't want it for all clicks? I only want it for some clicks. This is where your variable comes in. If I select some clicks, and suppose a user scrolls down past 90% threshold of a website. A user has scrolled down more than 90% of the website, and after doing that, if they make any clicks on the page, then only then I want that tag to fire. So that is what this means. So matches regex 90, and I'll save this. As you see, it has changed from firing on all clicks to scroll depth threshold 90. So I'll just go to preview real quick. Connect. So I'm on my page now, and I'll just scroll down to the bottom of the page, and suppose I click this button. Now I'm at the bottom of the page and I have clicked this button. I'll click finish, continue. You'll get the summary. So if I go on click here now, you can see the GA4 event succeeded, and it will even tell us why it succeeded, because the scroll depth threshold matches regex 90, because we went below 90% of the site, and also the event, the click. Now if I were to go to preview again. Now this time I won't scroll down to the bottom of the page, so the condition won't meet of the 90% scroll depth threshold. So I'll just click about here. Okay, I haven't scrolled down 90% yet, and I just clicked about. Now I'll click finish, and as you can see, if we go on click, the GA4 click event has not fired. Why? Because this condition was not met. So this is one way to use your variables. Now even in variables there are various types of variables. I'll show you. Yeah, there are some built-in variables which you could use, or you could even create user-defined, means your own variables. So firstly, in the navigation section you have your HTTP referrer, your URL. Suppose you only want the tags to fire. As I said, when do I want it to fire? When there's a page view event happening. But that, even in that, to be more specific, I only want it to fire on the thank you page. So only some pages, and that will be your variable. So there's page variables, first party cookie, custom JavaScript, data variable, JavaScript variable, page elements, which are auto event variable, DOM element, element visibility, utilities, constant. Suppose you want the data to stay constant over and over again. And there's custom event, environment name, Google Analytics setting, lookup table, random number, regex table, undefined value, user provided data. There's container data, which is container ID, container version number, debug mode. So these are just various types of variables which we are going to be looking into further. Like we'll be using all of these at some point. So for now I have just shown you one type, which was the sum clicks. And yeah, just to quickly recap, tags are what you want the tag manager to do. Triggers are when you want to do it, which means the conditions on which you want them to do it. And variables are just more information about triggers or tags. Alright, so suppose I want a tag to fire on a page view trigger, but even in that page view trigger I only want it to fire on a certain page or some pages. So I'll add the condition that the page URL must contain uh, the names of those pages, and that will be my variable. I'm just providing additional information about the triggers. Now variables, even though like we have seen there are different types of variables, but even in variables we can use them differently. Like we could use them for triggers, we could use them for tags, and they also come in handy when you want to create exceptions. Again, that we'll be seeing on later. This was just getting to know variables, what variables are, and basically how they work. So yeah, we'll be looking into all of this in the future videos. Yeah, thank you.